Since the 2008-2009 recession, we've really seen investors re-examining their portfolio and their diversification strategies, and forestry and other real assets have come to the fore in terms of creating a lower volatility exposure that they can use to balance some of the problems that we've seen over the last 2 or 3 years. Forestry is seen as an inflation-linked asset, and it's seen as a long-term asset that can be matched to some of the liabilities in terms of pension and reinsurance exposures. There's been some controversy lately with issues like Sino-Forest, but I think in some ways Sino-Forest is not so much a forestry issue as it's an issue relating to backdoor listing of Chinese companies and the lack of transparency that an IPO method would normally have. We look at forests as producing a range of timber products. We're also very much focused on things like renewable energy, liquid fuels, the opportunities that are emerging from what we call ecosystem services around carbon trading, water rights, biodiversity conservation mechanisms. And we've been a pioneer in bringing institutional capital into some of these sectors. In fact, our new fund in Asia will have a 200,000 euro grant from the Dutch Development Bank, FMO, to try and pursue some of these ecosystem services opportunities on the back of the investments that the fund makes. Well, as a company, we see sustainable investment as being part of a trend, and really when we look back over the last 2 or 3 decades, we've seen enormous progress from the days when open air and water pollution occurred. Now we're looking forward in terms of sustainable forest management in our company, understanding how we can invest pooled capital into projects that will conserve forests but also deliver wood products to society, and that's really our goal, is to be on the front of the trend and hopefully through that generate higher returns. In terms of the 10th anniversary conference here of ASrIA, I think it is a real opportunity for managers like us to give people a real tangible understanding of what sustainable forestry or sustainable infrastructure means. And we can talk about specific investments where, for example, improved road infrastructure and maintenance that reduces erosion also makes it a lot more efficient traveling around assets and can actually generate higher returns. And so, that's, I think, what investors are interested in, is the ability to understand these different asset classes and what the difference a sustainability approach can make to the returns.